It's the people. Mr. Boycott is a servant of the people. We pay him. We put gas in his vehicles. It is our money that we use to build the $1 million car that he's riding today. So you will work consistent with the expectation of the people, or else the people can fire you. It is a right. So President Boycott has a choice to lead, or to leave. He can choose to lead, or he can choose to leave. It is his option. That is why, before I conclude, honorable organizers and presiding officers, long before his constitutional misbehavior, we are announced that there is a day of the people that has been proclaimed for July 17 to hold the polluters of the seat of governance accountable to the rule of law. So July 17 has been calendared, marked as a day of the people, where multitudes in their tens of thousands of Liberians that believe in the rule of law, that believe that the economic hardship must come to an end, civil servants that were unjustly dismissed for political identification to parties, civil servants that were removed from the payroll because they identify as elements of a single political party, Liberians whose homes have been broken under the false pretense of development, petty traders that have been beaten and brutalized every day by a violent deputy police director, supported by a recalcitrant and lawless police director. We'll be coming outside on the 17th of July in what is referenced or captioned as the Enough is Enough protest to restore sanity to governance in our country. It's already been planned. It does not mean because we are planning our protest that there cannot be other protests along the way. Hello? So I can't seize the floor for too long. But I believe President Boycott, in as much as he still has a chance to revise his misplaced governing ideas, I think they are losing the ball gradually or rapidly, in fact, rapidly. They call themselves rescuers. But you can't rescue anyone if they are drowning. Mr. Chairman, Mr. Vice President, how can you rescue someone if you are drowning? So Mr. Boycott himself needs to be rescued. And you have to rise up to rescue the rescuers. Anyway, let me say thank you for the platform. We are standing by to work with all sides that are doing what is right and what is just. We want to commit as a viable and vibrant civil society institution. Whatever model is developed moving forward, whatever process is developed within the confines of the rule of law, we will support it, we will stand with it, and we will not sit. We will stand until Mr. Boycott's lawless, misguided, and thoughtless rebellion against the Supreme Court ruling is revised. Long live the Republic. Long live the Liberian people. And I say thank you, and I wish all of you peace. God bless you.
Malu, the former national chairman of this Congress for Democratic Change, the CDC. He's been given his own position, calling on President Boakai to adhere to the rule of law or face serious protests against his administration. Malu also said that July 17 had been planned for a major protest against the government. But while July 17 is set up for a massive protest, it doesn't mean that there can be no other protests along the way. He has vowed to support every action that has been taken today after this emergency meeting, once it comes to do with fighting for the rule of law. So that's it. This is DN News, all television, coming to you live from the Alternative National Congress headquarters, the ANC. So this is DN News, all television. The name is George Cooper. Keep following, keep sharing it live. As we bring you live coverage from the headquarters of the Congress, the Alternative National Congress, the ANC. So this is the opposition major political emergency meeting. In adhering to the rule of law, this meeting is intended to call on President Boakai government to accept the Supreme Court ruling and consider Funati Kofat as the legitimate Speaker of the House of Representatives. So keep watching DN News on television as we bring you live coverage yet from the headquarters of the Alternative National Congress. Munam Fahar from the ANC, she's already here.
Thank you all so much. That was good recognition of Comrade Munam Fahar, ANC Global. As a matter of fact,
Munam Fahar, ANC Global.
The process is online and people are trooping their way here. This is the biggest convention in the country right now as I speak to you. Yeah, so we see some low-profile pedestrians using sandbags and then those here with Zobolo and all kind of stuff, making fun. They are politically twerking. Amanda! So quickly take the chairman of the motorcyclist union for a very brief remark.
So the head of the motorcyclist is commonly referred to as Yellow Machine is about to give a position statement on behalf of the motorcyclist. So Yellow Machine is about to give a position statement on behalf of the motorcyclist union in regards to the emergency meeting.
I'm happy to call Yellow Machine. I'm the president of Supreme Motorcycle Transport Union of Liberia. It's a privilege being on the same platform people that serve our country, most especially Chief Madam Jua Howard Taylor, former Vice President and President of Liberia. My boss, Abu Mamaki Malu, Chairman Jangako, Chairman Roshogu, and all parties stars. These are governments in waiting, and so we acknowledge that. From a press, for us, this is a day that has been set aside in my mind for a decision to be taken to rescue we the motorcyclists. For us, we are already very confined and being placed in prison by President Boakai. This is the first government I have seen that collected over 14 million through taxes for motorcyclists. And now say on radio and tell the motorcyclists thank you. Where after anyone thank you, they say just go by in the community. The first government I see the one I see happen. And the first government I see, and the police inspector general, every opportunity he has to talk to the press, he will tell the press that he graduated from Harvard University. But he gave police people stick all in the street, not get one motorbike man here with stick, yeah, battle. Then I both speed the plane. Go everywhere. Every day we got motorcycle that is going to last. When he graduated from Harvard, going to him. And so we are already communicated with Harvard to revoke that degree. Either he didn't get it properly, or he told Debali ni le dog cooper. For us to background us, we have already started working with Chairman Molu. Our friends are in prison, you can start celebrating. At your freedom tank. I'm telling for you to get us out. Our motorcyclists that police put on last on a daily basis. Our motorcyclists that is being put on last and killed on camera by police. There's a time now that when the police man staying for you, before that stay, even live for, move to him. That one a direct instruction we give him. We are just waiting for the decision from the table. There is no law. We are very clear. We want a law you will be using to restrict motorcyclists and ban them from entering the street. So we want a law you will use when you can't respect the Supreme Court. So we want a law. You need to tell us where you took that other law from. Because if you can't respect the Supreme Court for us as bystanders, we are waiting for the decision. I see many people talking about my children small, you wasting your time. I don't see my pa. I don't know how a page looking. My man told me when they walk in, they want to she told us that our father told us to take care of my children when I die, let me die. My mother told me that when she came back, the horse and everything concerning my father, nothing was seen. I think my children they saw small today and I told them and I told them. You see people, young people, you refer to us as future generation of this country. During election time, you tell us we don't want to tell over. But after election, then you want us to be security people. The government promised motorcycle job. They told motorcycle that job we only allow you to ride motorbike. For me, you will ride bad there until I get your job. I want own job I will find for them, but I'm taking it for her. I want motorbike. I want motorbike. They join promise I ain't give it to her yet. They want you to point in the margin and say you're going to down. I will take it for you. For us, they are very clear. And it is good that the people can say, yeah, read the mama steamer point, right? But we're not already getting food. I've always told people that working in government and other institutions. Some of y'all that in government and private institutions can take pay every 31 day. We don't ride motorbike, like every day we can take pay. And not going home, and so sure it's basically going. Now we are going to take pay, we don't ride motorbike. More than 4,000 motorcycles have been seized unconstitutionally by the government. You know how many families going home to their hungry? So you're only interested in us to be motorbike people. When I land on some of you, or some of these crazy people talking, you want to do nothing, you only want to ride motorbike. The future you destroy, like when we ride motorbike. If you are going to prepare the future, you are not going to see a ride motorbike. And let me say that before I close. When you tell us that we don't want to do anything, we want to ride motorbike, if I have my own way, I will get in Gaddafi form. You lost. For me, that's a clear display of the higher level of stupidity. Who send your children to school, who acquire quality education, get degree, and you think that person will be happy seeing a child riding motorbike. And you get sick, you say, man, I don't do anything, they don't ride motorbike. You better okay? And you get sense at all. And so for all we know, our own. Thank God the politicians are disappointed in coming to themselves. Were very disappointed in the politicians. Yes. And were very disappointed in you people, no disrespect. Were very disappointed in you. Because all of you on the table, politically, you people who are occupying political positions, government in waiting, you two need our support. Don't hide the people that are in power. And so thank you for coming on to speak and stand for us right now. At this point, we are already dying. And so, we want to appreciate you for coming up to stand by Liberian people because we too are Liberians. But we are the most harassed and marginalized group of people in this country. And so, the you can rest assured that whatever decision that will come up from this table will stand by you, will go any length, any good thing about it will get all of the debtors. Motorcycle is the most informed group of people in this country. I give you 24 hours to know your horse and know the number of children that you get. I've made more than 10 years in motorcycle dealership. Motorcycle is the most informed group of people. I see some people when they buy a car, you can't have for us. We know you, start wasting your time. We know the school your children in, we know where you live, where your man, where your family, we know everything. So you can't want to go for us. It is good that all the information of ministers of government, all of them already get it already set. Just waiting for signal. That signal is a wrap. You can rest and show that Labua will be restored and 8 dignity will come back to Israel. Thank you so much.
So he's the head of the motorcyclists. He's referred to as Yellow Machine. He then giving the opposition statement from the angle of the Supreme Motorcycle Union of Liberia, pledging their women support to any decision that has been made from this emergency meeting. He said they are ready, they are on a standby, and they know exactly where to find those government officials, including their family as well. So he been speaking, and he said he want to be grateful to God that the politicians they were disappointed in, they are now waking up and speaking on their behalf. So he said they are just waiting for the signal from this table so that they can come out and make sure that law and order restored. We refer to as Yellow Machine. He's the head of the Supreme Motorcycle Union of Liberia. So we have here former Superintendent Grand Bassa County Janjik Bakbe, Honorable Akara Moses Graves, former representative of District Number 8 Masuara County. He's already here. And Tangako, the acting national chairman of the CDC, will be the last to establish the entire emergency meeting will come to an end. We have here Fester Arabi looking also here. He's the former head of LRRC. So this is the emergency meeting held at the ANC Alternative National Congress headquarters on the old road. This is the opposition first major political meeting. So the national chairman of the Congress for Democratic CDC, Chairman Janga Ko, is about to speak. So Janga Ko is about to speak. He's the national chairman of the opposition Congress for Democratic Change, the CDC. So he about to give the official position statement on the angle of the Congress for Democratic Change, after which this meeting will come to an end. I see Akara Moses Gray with him. He's the former District Number 8 representative, Akara Moses Gray from the Congress. Let's now join the acting national chairman of the CDC, Janga Ko, former Controller General of the Republic of Liberia, as he gave the official position of the Congress for Democratic Change.
And the comrades from the ANC, Comrade Yogi of the CMC, Comrade James Ellison Pay of MOVE, Comrade Maya Swam of the chair, Comrade Moses Akara of Gray, my own predecessor, at the level of the National Secretariat. I want to thank all of you for the powerful messages you have delivered here today. We have come here today to directly speak to President Boakai. President Boakai, you addressed the nation last evening, in which you unequivocally rejected the ruling of the Supreme Court. You indicated that you continue to work with the quorum of Richard Kuhn, an unconstitutional quorum. We have come to tell you today that you still have the opportunity to go back to address the nation again, to wholeheartedly accept the ruling of the Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia in accordance with Article 65 of the Liberian Constitution. You still have that opportunity. So while you are getting ready to do that address, we are calling on our people in the trenches, in the communities all around the country to begin to organize, to mobilize. So on Tuesday, you'll be hearing from the people. And we call on Speaker J. Funati Kofa to stand his ground. Remain standing, Speaker Kofa. You are supported by the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia. This fight is not about Speaker Kofa as an individual. No. This fight is about preserving the democracy that we have fought for. This fight is not solely about the House of Representatives. This fight is about the very future of the country. This fight is a fight for we hundreds of thousands of our compatriots have died from 1979 to 1980, from 1985 to 1990, from 1990 to 1996, from 1996 to 2000, 2003. And we can assure President Boakai and his team that you have got the Liberian people to contend with. So we are calling on you here now to begin to mobilize, organize, put together your water bottles, put together your sachets of water, and get ready to confront the tyranny that is emerging in President Boakai. As we leave this meeting, we will be conferring. This is just a public show. So you can go, people who have been planted. Yeah, this is the public show. But from now to Tuesday, there will be no sleep. We can tell you that we'll be organizing, we'll be mobilizing. We'll be mobilizing the student community, we'll be mobilizing civil society. You can see Comrade Mova Molu is here. We'll be mobilizing the motorcyclists. We'll be mobilizing our people in the communities. So you can tell your 2,000 or 3,000 police to get ready for 10,000 to 15,000 citizens. You can even bring the army out. We can assure you that what keeps you in power is not the force of the police, not the force of the military. It's the civility of the Liberian people that keep you in power. So now that you have taken upon yourself, taking the labor to desecrate the civility of the office of the presidency, we can assure you that you will be confronted. And people thought that the opposition was weak and were crying. No, indeed. We had to document the excesses because you got to take action. You need preponderance of evidence. To take action, you need preponderance of evidence. So today, we call on the Liberian Council of Churches. We call on the Muslim Council. We call on ECOWAS. We call on AU. We call on the U.S. government. We call on all international partners to prevail upon President Boakai to go back to address the nation, to wholeheartedly accept the ruling of the Supreme Court. Because failure to do that is treason. It's treason. The action, the speech delivered by the president last night is treasonable. And the citizens of the country will have the right to invoke Article 1 of the Constitution. And so we call on international partners, we call on ECOWAS, we call on the AU. Do not sit and allow the country to erupt. Do not sit and allow the country to erupt and begin to try to negotiate. You have an opportunity now to prevail upon the president to fulfill his constitutional duty in line with the oath he swore on January 22nd, 2024, to respect the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia by respecting the ruling of the Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia. So we call on Speaker Kofa. Speaker Kofa will be with you on Tuesday. We also call on the government, because in the president's address to the nation last evening, he did indicate that they were trying to adhere to the rule of law, but he didn't indicate that the rights and privileges of the speaker will be returned to him. So you have again an opportunity to return the security duty of the speaker, because it's not about the person Funati Kofa, it's about the office of the Speaker of the House of Representatives of the Republic of Liberia. It could be Jojo Baka tomorrow. It could be Jojo Baka tomorrow. So it's about respecting the Constitution of the country. And that's what we are defending. We are not defending an individual per se. We are defending the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia. So if the president is serious about respecting the Constitution and living up to his oath of office, he should immediately instruct the Ministry of Justice to return the security duty of the speaker. He should immediately, because the executive, the president has a constitutional obligation to enforce the law. And the Supreme Court ruling is a law that is enforceable. It's not negotiable. It's not, the ruling of the Supreme Court is not something that you take and say, oh, no, the law is the law. So, Mr. President, you have an opportunity from now to Tuesday to go back, address the nation, correct yourself. You have an opportunity. As an elderly statesman, we expect you to do the right thing. So, on this note, we'd like to call on all our members, civil society organizations, the students, the youth community, motorcyclists, begin to organize. And as we leave this forum, we'll be consulting with our stakeholders and our principals to determine our next courses of action where the media will not be. So we can assure you that you will hear from us from now to Tuesday. Thank you very much.
Jangaku is the acting national chairman of the Congress for Democratic Change, the CDC. He has set up next week Tuesday as a date for their massive protests against the government of Joseph Jiman Boakai as regards to his adherence to the rule of law. He said this is not about Funati Kofa, but it's about the office of the Speaker of the House of Representatives. So they are calling on President Boakai to retract his statement and readdress the nation. They gave him from now till Tuesday to do so, or his government will face serious protests from the angle of the opposition community. So the CDC national chairman has called on President Boakai to retract his statement. He also calling on civil society organizations, student community, motorcyclists, and other well-meaning Liberians to join this call to stage a mass protest against the government on the Tuesday as a means of calling the government to order to do the right thing. So he said right after this meeting, there will be another meeting where the media will not be invited, and there where they will be able to discuss some major issues in regards to how the entire protest will be like on Tuesday. He also called on the head of motorcyclists to continue to mobilize, called on others, opposition leaders to continue to mobilize as they are about to stage a protest on next Tuesday. So Lieutenant John Richard Gru, who happened to be the chairman of the Alternative National Congress, to issue a position statement on behalf of the Alternative National Congress, the ANC.
Find a reason to get the
so this is DN News Online Television. The name is George Cooper, coming to you live from the headquarters of the Alternative National Congress, the ANC.
Like a stranger amongst partisans of the Congress for Democratic Change. As you all know, I once led the institution before. We want to thank you all for showing up today. We are very grateful to all the political parties. I'm very proud of the chairperson of STEM as well. I remember in his early political days, I served as a mentor. And now he has grown so big. I'm a proud mentor, not so? And mind you, I'm also drinking from the fountain of knowledge from Her Excellency for a woman in this country to stand up among men and to have a voice. There are not so many. So we are very grateful that we could call upon you on a short notice and you will come to us and to hear what we say. But we want to document, because mind you, we are trying to solve a problem, not to create one. Even though the Unity Party government decided to ban Gramo, because basically they just bouncing Gramo, not so? And I remember when I was growing up, sometimes when you disagree on the football field with what, and the referee decide, then you grab the ball and you bounce Gramo. You say, I won't get the ball. Papa will beg you, put the ball down, let people play. Because there is no other means by which you can govern the country, only by the rule of law. And you ask the Supreme Court, and the Constitution have given them this mandate. And we asked them to interpret. Remember when the Supreme Court came out with the first ruling? They did not clear, not clear, not clear, not clear. It's clear now. You know what puzzles me is the fact that if you want something done, you go after it and get it done, follow the legal way to get it done. But for 6 months, somebody say, well, the men don't have quorum. But other people don't even have the number to remove the man. For Christ's sake, should we be the ones to suffer? I don't know why are those people continuing to take pay. But that's another battle. I think we will start that other battle to stop them. But I couldn't thank you much enough for coming. So in the next few days, on Tuesday, you certainly will hear from us. We are trying to consult with the hierarchy of the parties. As you know, this was very, very hasty. And so we want to document all of these in a proper way and then chart the course of action. Our political leaders will physically be with us in any decision we take. I said it will be on the formal. If we're going to go visit somewhere, they will physically be with us. Because we find out by doing that, we'll provide you the protection. Because nobody can see those people and bring up some unorthodox behavior. Without much ado, I want to thank all of you for coming, our dynamic platform guests, and all of you partisans from all the political parties. We say thank you so much, and we are glad that you had an opportunity to deliberate. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So, quick announcement. Witness the departure of the VP. American remain posted under the security teacher of the VP. New York to Diego.
So the meeting has already come to an end, and then the former vice president, the former senator, Madam Joel Howard Taylor, is now taking her exit, as the entire meeting has already come to an end. So the former vice president, Joel Howard Taylor, is now leaving. She's the former wife of former President Charles Gange Taylor and former Senator of Bond County. She's leaving alongside the acting national chairman of the Congress for Democratic Change, Komichanga Ko. So, so that's it. DNU's all television. The entire meeting has already come to an end. So this is DNU's all television coming to you live from the headquarters of the Alternative National Congress, the ANC. And so the emergency meeting that was called has finally come to an end. And so thanks so much for watching. Have a nice day.